Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at some kind of basic editing of a video. In particular, we're going to be looking first at how you just cut off like the beginning and ending of a video, and then we'll also look at how you deal with editing the middle of a video. So I prepared a video, first of all, one without sound, so let's pull that up, and this is my video. So let's you have to put it here in this new project, and then you drag it down to your timeline. It's okay that says overwrite, and then we drop it there. And that makes it so that we can deal with it. And one thing I should note, you see like there's like these dots. You can use this to make things bigger or smaller depending on what you need to do. We don't, for example, need the jobs part to be particularly large. But let's say this is our video and we don't want this first part. What we want, notice I'm just dragging. You can drag down here too. And I should point out, if you want to, you can use plus or minus to like zoom in if you want. But this is about where we're almost there. I love this image of this hut, but just after it, we have, let me actually zoom out a bit more so I can advance a little bit more quickly. And you'll get a sense, okay, this is what I want. I like this stuff of these troops advancing. So I don't want the hut. I want the troops advancing. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to right click this line, split at playhead. This thing is called display head. Now notice the video is split in two. There's before and after. I'm going to right click this and hit remove. Now it's gone. And I want, let's see, we've got this cool thing with these guys advancing. We got a tank. That's awesome. And then we got these guys firing. That's pretty neat. So that's what I want. Okay, and I want it just there we go. You can play around with it to get it really exact later on, but then I hit split at playhead, hit remove. All right. So now we've got this nice section. But let's say that I want to cut out something, or I want, and here's an issue, right? Let's look at this. Right, I want to fix one thing here. Okay. There's a problem here with this tank. Notice the tank, we're at about the 28-second mark, and that tank is there, and nothing's happening. Oh my gosh, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening from 28 till about 9, about 10. Nothing's happening. That's not particularly interesting. We don't want to spend like 20 seconds looking at this tank. A couple seconds is fine. So let's play it out. Okay, 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. That's about enough. So I'm going to hit split. And let's go find where our tank, and I don't want to lose any of this footage. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let's see, I'll hit play. Let's see how far the tank goes. Okay, perfect. We just want it very into the tank. And then I'm going to hit split. And I'm going to hit right click, remove. And then the two images now, we pull out that middle part. Notice it was about 39 seconds. Now it's about 25 seconds, right? You can see here it's 25 seconds long. We're at the 12-second mark. And now if we hit play, it just jumps right between them. So that's nice, right? It's not nearly as long. Now, I want to show you one other thing though that's important. Let's say that you don't like that. You think that that jump is just too harsh. You can hold this, like I'm left clicking it and I'm holding it down, and then I can move it. And I can move it so that it goes overlaps, and you get this. Now let's watch what it does. It gave you a nice little it kind of blurred out. It wasn't as sharp because I kind of overlaid them. And if we did it for longer, like here, that's a lot longer of a section. Let's watch what that does. It's a lot smoother, right, of a shift. And notice if we click on this part, and this, whenever you see this symbol, this means a transition, you can actually change it to do different things. So let's do box bottom right. Let's see what that does. See? Did you notice how it stopped here and then made like a box shape and went up? So it's really cool. You can do a lot of different transitions. That makes the transition very noticeable, though. So you have to decide for yourself, do you want it noticeable or not? You got to click on this to make that. Notice that that's the properties box. So it's easy to get confused here. You can hit playlist and we've lost that. If we hit filters, it's something else that I'll explain another time. This is under properties. All right, and notice you can select these different things. This is not a transition. I've selected this part of the clip, so it doesn't bring up that issue of properties. It brings up something else I'll talk about momentarily. If I click this, though, and I have properties connected, that's where it gives me these transitions. So this can be one thing that's a little confusing about Shotcut. You got to make sure that the right layer is kind of selected. So you make sure you got the clip that you actually want to mess with, and then you may be like, wait, why isn't it letting me choose my transition? And it's because you don't have the properties bar selected. Right. So you just want to make sure that you're in the right place when you do that.